Hi Aquarius! I hope that everybody is doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. We're starting off with the Hermit and the Magician. Yeah, double Mercury here. I'm looking at something going on from the past. Maybe you're going down memory lane. Maybe there's something that you're thinking about. Maybe there's something that you're revisiting. This feels like something that you're processing. Patiently. For some of you, there's a separation that you're in right now, or maybe something that you're doing solo. But it feels like there's a sense of preparing to come into union with someone. For some of you, this is about really thinking about what type of partnership you're trying to manifest into your life and being patient, allowing the right thing to come through for you and not rushing the process, knowing that this is something delicate that you're working on. What I'm getting is a lot of energy that seems to be calming around the idea of what it is that you've been thinking about. As I said before, I'm seeing this be a type of partnership, but there's a sense of knowing that rushing things is not going to be the most effective way for you to do this, and so there's a slow and steady approach that I'm seeing as to the working out of this. There's a lot of thinking about it, and although I'm seeing a process where there's not a rush to move into this, I'm also seeing that there's a focus on it. So it's like envisioning what it is that you want, what it is that you're trying to create, what it is that you're manifesting, and being patient, allowing this to unfold in the time that it's going to take for this to happen. So yeah, it's like a calm, steady focus. For some of you, you may be dropping your defenses a bit. It seems kind of like coming out of your shell. That's kind of what this feels like to me. It's like you've had time to think about this and maybe had the time on your own that you needed, and maybe you're ready to connect socially again, whereas you hadn't been ready before because you knew you needed time. It's really interesting the way that these cards are coming out. I'm seeing that what may have happened in the past was that you could have been in situations with people where maybe things went too quickly and there was a sense of maybe building a physical relationship with someone and not having it resonate on the emotional or spiritual front that you were looking for it to. And I'm seeing that that's what the backbone of this patience is, because there's a sense of knowing knowing what you can manifest into your life if you want to just take things instantly and allow things to come in and just take, it's like the first thing, the first opportunity. There's a sense of knowing what that type of energy is that you'll be gravitating towards. So I'm getting that that's why there is this patient waiting game that's happening here. That makes me think of Banks. There's a song by Banks called Waiting Game. Yeah, it seems like in the past you may have had a relationship, maybe more than one relationship, and maybe it was something fast and exciting, but it was something that maybe lacked the emotional depth that you were looking for. And now there's a sense of wanting something deeper, wanting something, maybe that pushes bounds that you've never experienced before, but in a way that feels true to you, in a way that feels authentic to you. Maybe there's also a sense of knowing that if you're going to have a partner, you want somebody to challenge you, but in a growing type of way, not somebody that's just not emotionally in the place as you are, and it's going to be difficult because you guys are trying to like figure out how to be together. There's a sense of or you feel like one partner is like not really committed and there's this game that's happening. I'm not seeing it be like that. I'm seeing like you want somebody that's going to be like pushing you to be your best, like a teammate. That's what this feels like a partner. And there's a sense of really like quelling things when it comes to impulsivities, and maybe this is something that you recognize you needed to address. And I'm seeing this being done too. It's not just like a challenge here that hasn't been addressed. I'm seeing that even though it's something that you may still be working with within yourself, it's something that you've absolutely been addressing and facing when it comes to partnerships specifically, and maybe that like physical element of not rushing into things. Maybe also gotten better too with setting boundaries, maybe knowing your boundaries first and foremost, and then being able to communicate them. Because I'm seeing what it looks like here to me is that there's a notion here of really thinking about things, the way that you want things to go, how you would hope for them to unfold for yourself, and then it's like ready to transition into a more social environment, maybe like getting yourself out there, like meeting people, dating apps, meeting people through friends, whatever, however it is that you're going about doing this. I'm seeing like work that you're doing, and there's a sense of, because you have already established boundaries prior to jumping into something and then being like, oh, wait, hold up, I need to set a whole bunch of boundaries now because things are just all over the place. There's a sense of you standing in your energy here because you've had the patience to deal with things. And I'm seeing also that there may have been some past experiences that have really helped you, grow in this way of knowing what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want. So even though there's an energy that may have been difficult to work with in the past, and as I said before, this can absolutely be like your own propensity to jump into things physically or impulsively, there's a sense of, because of having experienced that, it's now giving you something to work with, and it's helping to mold and shape your present and future relationships into ones that feel more reflective of who you are, is what I'm hearing. Very nice. I'm looking at Virgo, Mercury, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aquarius. There's a sense too of recognizing that although you may have had like some passionate, exciting experiences in the past, the ones that didn't feel fulfilling to you in the depth of what you were looking for, there's a sense of moving on from those situations. Even if they're things that, like, maybe you still have some type of connection, or maybe it's something you think back to sometimes. But there's a sense of kind of not allowing that to reach you where you are at this point in time, because I'm seeing a big growth and a big like stepping into authentic energy here. It feels also more so like you validating yourself rather than seeking external validation. Because you know, sometimes, like, as we're coming of age and as we're growing older, there's a sense of looking around at other people to see if they're going to validate who we are or confirm who we think we are and all of these things that we go through. And there's a sense of you doing this for yourself now. There's a sense of growth and self-assuredness. So what is this dance that's happening now? How to keep it all together. Let's get further. I want to get the context for this. It looks like you may be going back and forth with a relationship, but this may not be like going back and forth between multiple relationships that you have, although it can be. I'm seeing this more so be like, how do I prioritize myself and how do I simultaneously prioritize my relationships, maybe even a specific relationship? For some of you, this is friendships. For others of you, this can be something of a higher commitment. And this can be in the thinking space too. It's like, if a serious relationship were to unfold, how would I be managing and maintaining myself and my relationship with myself, and how would I also be entertaining a relationship simultaneously? Maybe too, because you're in a different place, this isn't something that you've experienced for who you are now, for who you've grown into. So this is also something that you've been thinking about. For some of you, there's a question here of whether or not you even want a relationship, or whether or not that's even something that maybe at this point in time you're looking for, maybe even if at all. Because there still may be some feelings of confusion in relation to whoever this Four of Wands is here. This can be like maybe a particular person that you're like, are we going to end up together? What's it going to be? Or for some of you, this is about being like, can I actually handle a relationship in my life while I'm taking care of myself? Am I ready for that? What's the most empowering choice for me? Because that's kind of what this back and forth is about. Because maybe you have all different feelings. It's like during the day you're fine, and then at night you get lonely and you're like, wow, I really wish that I had a relationship. You know how we go through things like that? That may be something that you're experiencing. It's like, maybe you're at a family event and you're like, it would be nice to have somebody here with me. You know what I mean? So maybe going through things like that where it's like situationally, sometimes you think about having a partnership, and then other times you're like, wow, I'm glad that I just have me to take care of here. So maybe this is something that's all been going on, because that's what this feels like here. It's like, what's going to be best for me? What do I want? From my experience personally, when you feel confused about a decision, unless it's something that you've been procrastinating and you know you need to make a choice with, if this is something when it comes to like a subjective life choice that you want to be making that has to do with preferences for yourself, my advice would be that if things are not clear to you, that you may still not be ready to make a decision yet. So you may still want to be working things out for yourself until they become clear. For some of you, there could be some financial stuff as well that you're working out. Ooh. This feels very much like out of the blue, something happening here. What's this about? For some of you, somebody comes through and you don't know how you're feeling about it, and maybe the way that they're approaching you is not direct. It's like this person may have some feelings kind of all over the place, and when they show up, that may be something that you sense from this person. This person could enter into a situation with you where you meet them through friends or someone that you're close with, or family members, something like that. Because it looks like they're going through like some sort of group of people that you may be involved with. This can even be somebody like working with your spirit guides too. Like maybe you have a shared spirit guide with someone. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell. It's kind of like an air of mystery, maybe even around this person, or how this actually comes about. Maybe possibly even some confusion. You may have multiple options when it comes to this situation. This can also be a vibe of allowing things to come through and letting the situation be what it is without having an agenda. Yeah, there's like a lot of mystery here. I'm looking at both the Seven of Cups and the Moon. Something that you don't know about yet is going to be coming to fruition, but right now this is something hidden. Let's get further on this. I'm getting almost a notion of someone being indecisive. It's like they're coming through, but their energy looks indecisive. There's a lot that I'm seeing somebody come through, but I'm not seeing this having happened yet. I'm seeing this be like somewhat of a mystery. I keep getting that word with the Moon and the Seven of Cups here. The Moon represents Pisces. Traditionally in tarot. Yeah, there's a sense of someone needing to sort through how they're feeling, but it's almost like it's a sense of understanding that one has depth, but maybe not being able to access that depth right now. That's kind of what this seems like to me. Someone may even understand that what they're looking for is a harmonious relationship, but still, when it comes to emotions, I am seeing something that may be seemingly inaccessible. But I don't know if that's maybe the way that this person comes across naturally, or if this is truly what's going on. Let's get further. Maybe this person, until they figure out how they're feeling, they're not going to be coming through, because it seems kind of like some sort of math problem that they're figuring out. I'm getting a bunch of interesting visions, but it all seems like whatever is going on with this person, they need to get to the conclusion of what it is that they're sorting out, and I'm seeing that it's related to the emotional, subconscious, psychological space for them that they're working through. But it seems like once they get a more clear idea, like maybe there's a next step that this person needs to take, there's a sense of them then being able to get access to this relationship. And it's like once they are more sure, I'm seeing them come through in a stable way. But there's a sense of needing to work through this emotional stuff first. I'm seeing everything run very smoothly after that. But there's a sense of needing to, as I said before, work through something first. I'm getting that being emphasized here. I'm looking at the Page of Pentacles, and I'm looking at the Ace of Wands. They may have help approaching you. This is so funny. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, the storyline when you're at a bar and, like, the person that's interested in you, instead of them approaching you, they have their friend come over and say hi to you. That's kind of what this feels like to me. It's like by way of another person, the person that's really actually interested in you is communicating with you, but it's for whatever reason through this other person. It's like, I don't know. Like one of their little friends or something. Maybe they're shy. Maybe they also don't know how you're going to receive them too, and that's reason for this. For some of you, this person could be going to their friends and getting advice as well about, like, how to make this offer to you too. It's like, how do I talk to them? What am I supposed to say? What is their reaction going to be? What do you think? Like, all of those sorts of things. I'm seeing them possibly getting advice. This is cute, to approach you. But they're going to have to make a decision is what I'm getting. And then they do. Like, I'm seeing this person, once they get whatever help this is that they're looking for, I'm seeing them come through quite quickly. It's like, maybe even something that they needed to sort out prior to being able to approach you, because I'm seeing them care. It's like when they come through, they want you to perceive them in a way where you're really hearing what it is that they're saying to you when they present to you, when they, like, make some sort of, like, proposal or initiate a conversation with you, whatever this is, asking you out, however it happens for you. But yeah, there's a sense of them wanting to be received in a way where it's like, yeah, that person really knows what they're talking about. And, like, someone coming across in a way where they're very direct and, yeah. They want to be prepared is what I'm getting. So that's what the holdup has been. But I'm seeing them be oriented towards relationships. Like, this is someone that would be oriented towards commitment and stability. This may be somebody, I'm hearing more fluid in their energy with the moon card here. Pisces energy is quite fluid. Maybe this person has, I'm hearing a primary Pisces placement. I don't know what a primary placement is, but maybe an emphasis of Pisces, or like some type of prominent placement that they have of Pisces in their chart. As I said before, once they clear up or resolve whatever this is that they need to figure out, I am seeing them come through quite quickly, and I'm seeing them be very direct with you. But they needed to get to that point. Maybe they're also someone that processes emotions. Maybe, I don't know, maybe their emotional processing is different in some sort of way. Not bad, just different from the norm. And so that may also be something that's going on with them. I don't want to, like, tap in too much into that, because I think it's important to allow things to unfold in the way that they will. So we are going to leave it here. Starting from the top, I'm looking at Virgo, Mercury, Sagittarius, and Gemini, all in a row. So I'm seeing, like, definitely a big connection with all of those. And then underneath Gemini, I'm looking at Aquarius. Now I'm looking at Pisces, and that is everybody. I'm also looking at Pluto on the bottom of the deck. I'm getting that these would be significant placements, whether that's contacts or significant areas of that person's chart or your chart. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.